Hi Aquarius, this is going to be a tarot reading for your sign between the week of the 8th and the 14th of September. Let's begin. I'm getting a channeled message here. You might be noticing something a bit deeper than it usually is. Something that you're familiar with. You're able to maybe go deeper into it or understand it much more deeper than you have before. Something about rolling with the wheels, or rolling wheels, or wheels in general. Rolling down with the wheels. Rolling down with the wheels. I don't know what that means. Or rolling with the wheels. Something to do with wheels. But it's something you're deeply understanding, or understanding deeper. Rolling deep with the wheels. On fire. Rolling deep with the wheels on fire. Fire, yeah. Interesting. Don't know what you're doing this week. Seems like you're venturing into something much more deeper, and you're doing it with a lot of passion than you have ever had before. It's like you're almost being renewed, refreshed. Okay, makes sense now. So your pre-week energy here is you've been going through a bout of negativity in your mind, like fear, negativity, anxiety. You've been worrying a lot, sleepless nights. You've just been up thinking, overthinking about every situation in your life. You've just been very worried about where it is you're going. You don't quite have an idea of what you're doing with your life. It's just been a bit of a mess, is what I'm getting here. You've been crying a lot. I see like a lot of tears, so much tears that it's almost made a puddle in your bed. Like you've been very worried about, what you're doing with your life, where you're going, and you've just been, very negative in general towards new situations and new things. You haven't pushed them away yet, or you haven't let them know that you're feeling negative towards them. This is something that's very much internally within yourself, that you've been feeling. You've not. I don't think you've really told anyone. You might have told some people that are really close to you, but you're not telling, the general public or general people in general. A lot of generals there. And I see you being victorious over all of these sort of feelings. You're being victorious over your mind and what you're feeling. I think it's more what you're thinking. You're feeling it too. You're feeling it too. But you're being victorious over this. You're realizing that you might be picking up on other people's energies, or you're replaying past situations that have come and gone. And you're sort of being victorious and realizing that you don't need to be in that sort of space, and you're not going through what you think you're going through, just because it might look similar to something you've been through before. And I see you being renewed here. Your potentials, your potentials being renewed. You have new potential. Sorry, you have new potential, and you're being renewed. You need to have the faith here. I think you do have the faith here, from a place of vulnerability that what you desire is coming to you. Your divine blessings are coming to you. I see this as sort of enlightening you in some kind of way. This situation is enlightening you in general. I think that's what it's got to do with that channel message, is that you're able to roll deeper within yourself and roll deeper into what you understand. Um, it's almost like your wheels are on fire. You're able to go and, you know, go down a hill like passionately with your wheels on fire. And that hill could be anything. It could be not physically, but like mentally or spiritually. You're able to go much deeper than you have done before. It's like the sea, when you have the sea and you've got like different depths of the sea that you can go to, and the more deeper you go into the sea, the more pressure there is and the more difficult it is for you to maintain and be whole, is what I'm seeing here. But it's more like you're going down the hill, like you're going down a hill, not in a bad way, but in a way that you're able, it's like you're going deeper. It's like you have to take the step one at a time to be able to get to that point that is as deep as it is. Like you can't swim there, to get to that place where it's deep. You have to walk there, and you have to be willing to walk there, and you understand this, that you need to be open and be willing to go to that level. But as you do know that as you go down and you go deeper and deeper inside of yourself, there's a lot more pressure, there's a lot more emotions, there's a lot more thoughts, and they become quite heavy to handle, I guess. But it's like you're leveling up here, but you're being renewed. Your energy's being renewed here. You have a greater potential now as well than you had before, energetically. I see you being more balanced in the physical and the spiritual realm. Like you're not somebody that's just focusing on one or the other. You're focusing on both of them at the same time, and your root chakra's stabilizing. So coming into the beginning of the week, you're going to be in a lot of power within yourself. I see you being very powerful here, following creative impulses. You're going to be very creative this week. You're going to feel like doing things you might have not done in a long time, or you've never done before. But you feel very, very inspired. Very inspired to take action towards some creative impulses that you will be having, but you have the power to do so. And by going through whatever this is and being victorious over it, it's giving you more power. I see you here. So this is your energy between Monday and Wednesday. You're going to be in this energy, and between Wednesday and Friday, you're going to be in this energy. Some sort of gift is coming in for you from the divine, is what I heard. Some things, you're being blessed in some kind of way, with a gift of wealth. I feel like you've been doing a lot of shadow work, trying to figure out how to get to more aligned into your truth, your path. I'm seeing this here as being like a yellow brick road here down here, like you're trying to follow your dreams and go and follow your life path. I feel like where you've been before is not necessarily, it's been green, but it's not been abundant for you. It's not been what you desire. It's been good, but it's not been what you've desired. What you've desired is your true path, and you're practically being led down this way. You're being practically led. It's almost like someone's dangling, like, when they dangle food or something in front of someone and they get them to go on a treadmill. That's what's happening with you right now. I feel like the divine is like almost dangling this carrot, so to speak, or it's some sort of pentacle in front of you, and you're sort of you're trying to chase it now. Like it's right in front of you. It's like as big as the sun. It's like you can't ignore it. It's right in front of your face, and you're being led to your life path, basically. You're being gently led to this path. It's not something that's aggressive. They're really gently pulling you more towards this path. It's something that is for you, that's meant to be for you, to help you. It's just part of your journey. It's just part of your journey. You need to follow your heart in this situation. The more you follow your heart, the more easier it will be for you to get what it is that you desire. Be more open to following what this is, what it could be. Because I feel like here by the end of the week, you're gonna go through some sort of heartbreak or pain, and I feel like this is what you think. This is something to do with your path, like what you thought it wasn't, and you're having a bit of a heartbreak about it. You're having a heartbreak about it, like what you thought it was for you, what you thought your fairy tale ending was, is not. What you thought your fulfillment was, is not what you thought it was. It's gonna be by you going through this week, you're gonna understand. As you're standing more in the power, I think a big key here is to be more as creative as you can. Be as creative as you can. Lead with your intuition. Really tap into your intuition. Try to balance your energy. Try to balance your shadow self. Leave this sort of need to control what's going on in your life. Try not to have this feeling of like you're on your last legs, like you're making a last stand with everything in general. Try to understand that you are going through a journey, and the journey might have its ups and downs, but you will get to the other side and be a lot more happy. But what you currently think is your future is not what you think it is, and that's probably why you've been in this Nine of Swords energy. It's because you've been almost living like a simulation of who you are or who you're meant to be. But you're diving deeper now into yourself, and you're being victorious with the shadow work. So I feel like you are going to be more integrated here in general, but you just need to be aware that you have the power. You have the power to bring what it is that you really desire into your life, and this comes through following with your heart, and not allowing past situations to make you feel like you need to be in this energy of controlling everything, having been needy, and you have to have your pentacles in order, and you have to have everything in order before you can do anything, and you're tired of fighting this fight. You're tired of being someone, you're tired of being alive maybe, but just know that this is temporary. It's not a permanent thing. It's not something that will stick around for very long. And I'm seeing that this is happening. This week you get some sort of opportunity is coming for you, but it's your choice if you make this opportunity or not. If you decide to take this opportunity, because it doesn't look like something that you want. Doesn't look like something that you want, but it is exactly what you want. Is this a person? Is this a career? It's a career. It's not a person. No, it's definitely career. It's career. It's got something to do with your career and something to do with yourself on a deeper level. It might be career, but it's related to your soul's path. It's connected to you soul searching for this. You're searching within your soul for the way forward to your connections, relationships. It's like everything in general. You're sort of trying to figure out by doing the inner work, by sort of shining the light within yourself and figuring out what it is that you're doing with your life, and examining everything that you're going through, and looking at situations, and trying to find your inner guidance of how to move forward and how to get to the next stage within your life. I feel like you're stuck in some sort of cycle of conflict and chaos. It doesn't make sense to you of like why you're going through what you're going through. Why is you're going through this to bring clarity to you, to bring clarity of giving and receiving. Clarity of giving and receiving. So maybe your idea of giving and receiving um, is not what it actually is. I see that you might be quite it might be quite hard on emotions with people, with in terms of being generous and kind. But you're having to learn something within yourself about what it is you're going through. I think that there's more or less a choice. You choose to be like this to protect yourself, but you need to be more vulnerable in order for you to flourish. A great example is a flower. A flower is the petals are the most vulnerable thing. But as a flower blooms, there is no leaves around it. There are no bushes around it. The flower goes up high. The stem goes up high, and then it opens up. The flower opens up when it's ready to, when it's ready, basically, when it's ready to live. And it has no protection from the weather. It has no protection from the bees. It's there, and it knows it's there. It's there in its vulnerability, and it releases its fragrance. And it's beautiful to obviously to look at. But I get that you need to be more like a flower here and realize that you are a flower. You don't have to be closed. If you're closed all the time, you can't actually live. You're like you're missing out on you're missing out on life. You're missing out on good stuff that could happen to you. But again, it's a choice whether you want to be like this or not. It's a choice because things are coming in for you now. Literally this week, things are coming in for you, but you need to trust your heart in this situation. Your heart's not going to ever lie to you. Whenever you make a decision with your heart, you'll never have regrets because you always followed what you believe to be true from your heart. If you follow your mind, the mind can play tricks on you. Things are not always what they seem also. But if your heart is telling you, this is the right way, then it is the right way. Otherwise, you will end up with swords in your heart by the end of the week because you will reject what it is that your heart's leading you towards. And your heart is leading you towards happiness. It's leading you towards a fairy tale ending. It's leading you towards fulfillment, purity. You have to be purified in this moment, is what I'm getting. More harmony is needed within yourself. Just because there's a lack of clarity on how things actually are. The way you see things are not necessarily the way things really are. And it's causing a lot of problems within your energy. It's causing holes and blockages within your energy, and this is why you've been worried about why things haven't come in for you yet. This is exactly why. You're kind of fighting yourself subconsciously, and I feel like you're being guided to do the healing work so you can get it is what you desire. I feel like there are spirits watching you that have your favor, that you have their favor, and they're sort of guiding you in helping you illuminate where it is that you need to illuminate within yourself. I feel like there's a part of you that wants to figure it out and figure out where it is that you're being held back, and where you need to address within yourself. I feel like you're not afraid of this, and this is very good. But I feel like there's a part of you that doesn't want to change and be different because it's too afraid to make that choice. It's too afraid to act it out. I mean, you might run it through your mind quite a lot that maybe this is something I need to stop doing so much of. This energy of controlling everything. That I feel like you're aware of this, and that's why you have this this 9 of Wands. Because you're tired of all of it. You're actually tired of feeling like this. You're tired of making defending, always having to defend. But you don't have to defend. You have to be like the flower, not worry about what's around you, but just bloom. Just allow yourself to bloom. and just know that you will be protected the more that you are. These spirits that have your favor, they're not necessarily connected to you deeply. They're more watching you, and they want you to move into this position, but they're not going to help you. You have to move into this position. But once you do move into this position of being like the flower, allowing yourself to bloom, they will look after you. They will definitely they're telling me they're going to look after you. So you really have nothing to worry about here. It's just literally all in your mind. It's all been all in your mind this whole time. And you're being victorious this week over your mind, but you're kind of letting it come back. You need to have some more willpower within yourself, willpower to follow your heart. I see like here, like, she's illuminated within the heart here, and I feel like that you need to be like this. You need to really trust your heart. Your heart's not misleading you. You're not somebody that's foolish or silly or whatever. You're actually someone powerful. You're connected. You're able to connect very strongly, but you just, for your connection to be stronger, you need to follow your heart. I mean, your connection to the spiritual realm. If to connect to the spiritual realm, you need to be more. You need to trust in your heart more and trust in your mind less. You need to follow on what you feel. You need to feel strongly as well. Because I do get here, you have strong feelings, but you change your feelings into thoughts. I'm having deja vu here. Maybe you have been having a lot of deja vu recently about your past and who you used to be like. Maybe you've changed a lot, but you're not really changed a lot, if that makes sense. It's just the way that you do things now have changed. But I'm being told here that you need to go back to following your heart. You've been really, like, you used to follow your heart really strongly. Now you follow your mind really strongly. But that's not serving you. Your mind doesn't serve you. Your mind only picks up, what it perceives in front of it. The heart is able to penetrate situations. The heart's able to penetrate situations much more deeply, and spiritually and mentally and physically. Someone could be lying to you and you have no way of figuring out if they're lying to you, but your heart will tell you that this person's lying to you. Stuff like that. So your heart is more powerful than your brain. I feel like at this moment in time, you feel like your brain is more powerful than your heart. It's not, it's the other way around. You're able to perceive a lot more if you use your heart more to make decisions. And as you do so, your intuition's gonna increase. Is what I'm getting here. You're going to be more connected to the spiritual realm. You're going to be able to use your intuition a lot more effortlessly and figure out things. It's going to unlock your psychic gifts and deeper spirituality. It's going to unlock your power, what you've been figuring out this whole time in your mind. I feel like you've been calculating, you're making all kinds of plans, but the truth is that it's not something that you need to calculate and plan for. You just need to follow your heart, and the pieces are going to fall together automatically. It's like, when it's like I see like a bridge that's like, I think this is from a game or something, I don't know, but it's like a bridge, and the bridge is like in pieces, and the pieces are floating in the air, and as you walk the bridge, the pieces of the bridge, the stone just comes together, the path just aligns as you're walking. But you need to take the step, and you're taking the steps not with your mind, because your mind wouldn't make sense of it, because there's no path ahead of you. The stones are all over the place on either side. But as you're walking, as you take each step, the stones merge in front of you. It's just something that you need to trust in your heart more. Trust in your heart. Trust in where your heart is leading you. Because you're being led to luxury, you're being led to abundance, you're being led to pleasure. It's what you desire, I think, is what you desire, to live a luxurious life and be, independent and have everything it is that you desire. Pleasure, living a life of pleasure is like one of the best thing that you can have, I guess. Because, when you're having pleasure, you are really enjoying life, it's like almost beyond happiness. And I feel like this is what you desire. You feel like, yeah, grapes of desire. Um, you desire a lot of luxury and wealth, and it's in your future, but it's not going to come to you unless you sort of take yourself out of this energy. So any of this energy of Four of Pentacles, you don't allow any energy. There's no energy circulation. There's no amplification. There's only decline, because it doesn't move anywhere. It just stays there. Energy needs to move, otherwise it stagnates. But if you follow your heart, you can allow the energy to move, and it's gonna heal you. It's gonna heal you. Yeah, it's gonna bring you into more harmony within yourself, and it's gonna, literally, you're gonna have a breakthrough, and you're gonna be on your life's journey, on your life's purpose, and you're gonna manifest what it is that you desire. You'll be able to manifest what it is you desire. But this literally comes just from following your heart. I mean, if you start today, whenever you watch this reading, if you start today, just little things, just following your heart. Oh, I feel like eating this, or I feel like, going there, or I feel like doing this. Like, don't make decisions. Like, if you make decisions from your heart, even small ones, it's more, it brings you more into alignment within yourself, because you're not fighting yourself. You're not going against yourself, what you want, if that makes sense. You're not stopping yourself from having what you truly desire, and that will start to translate within your spirit, within your mentally, spiritually, all of it. All the decisions you slowly start to make will be more and more in alignment, because you're showing yourself love. You appreciate what you desire, and you go after it. Well, regardless of whatever anyone else says, they're not living your life. So your challenge for the week is to realize that your challenge is thinking that you'll never be prosperous, and you'll never be able to. The way you're nurturing yourself, like this sort of nurturing of your heart, is never going to lead you to prosperity. It's a big challenge for you this week. You feel like it's not very realistic. You feel like you need to be on guard, and you need to defend yourself and attack whoever decides to challenge you. I see it's going to keep you enslaved. It's going to really hurt your root chakra being like this. It's going to unstabilize it. It's going to block your intuition if you stay like this. If you stay in this energy of needing to control everything, and not allowing your heart to lead. It's like you're going to be in this false sense of what happiness is. You feel like you're going to be like, you think you're going to be following your heart, but you're following your mind. So like, you think that by following your mind is helping your heart, but it's not true. It's actually, it's not healing you at all. It's causing your energy to stagnate. It's like you're keep calling out to the universe, to the spirits, of like, why aren't things working out for you? Why is it that everything's so slow? Why can't you get to the next level? You're trying everything you can, like spiritually. You're trying different things. You're doing cleanses and stuff like that, but things aren't working out for you, and it's because you're staying stuck in this sort of mode of trying to control everything, trying to be be like fighting everything, basically. Feeling like everyone's nasty, and there's no such thing as generosity, there's no such thing as giving and receiving, there's no such thing as kindness, and it's enslaving you. And it's destroying your energy. It's destroying you slowly. It's not something that is noticeable by you staying in this energy. And you're gonna feel it this week. If you go against yourself, you're gonna feel it very strongly. I feel like these spirits are really trying to illuminate this within yourself, and trying to bring you away from from being like this. Let's get 17 days. Something significant is gonna happen to you. Um, it's a it's a good thing. A good thing is gonna happen to you. Um, but another one of your challenges here is to um, feel like you're not lost. You're not left behind, or you're not wasted. You haven't wasted time. You haven't wasted your energy. You're going through this journey because this is your journey, but you need to level up as you're going through the journey, not stay on the same stage. I feel like you've been left, you decided to stay on the same stage, but you need to be pure with yourself, you need to be honest with yourself, you need to break through. It's like rocks inside of you. You need to break those, and you need to break them with your emotions, not allow them to overtake you. You need to sort of break through, not trusting your heart. They're like stones that are there that are like, I don't trust my heart. Like, let me put this block here so that I'll never be in a situation where I'll have to. Know that you can be very connected. You can be very connected to the spiritual realm, but you're not allowing yourself to because of this. You do get messages, but you kind of get the wrong impression because you don't want to trust your heart. You don't want to trust where you're being led for your heart. Your mind doesn't make sense of it, so you decide to throw things away. Sometimes that come into your physical reality. Yeah, you're stuck in the cycle. You're stuck in the cycle. You've been on this part for a while. You need to connect to your nature. I think connecting to your heart is connecting to your nature. You need to almost be like, have like a childlike wonder towards life and be like innocent. Innocence. You need to be very innocent towards life. Maybe you should listen to that song by Avril Lavigne, Innocent. I haven't heard that song in a while, but you need to listen to that song. Maybe it'll help you. You need to be innocent and have like a childlike wonder towards life. Just know that your past doesn't make your future. It doesn't shape who you are. Past experiences don't make you at all. What makes you is what's inside of you. What's inside of you is who you are, not what's been done to you. I feel like you need to understand this very strongly, that what has happened to you in the past takes away from your future. If you allow it to stay in your energy, it brings it back to zero, because you become the fool. Not the fool as in the tarot, but you actually become the fool because you fool yourself into thinking that situations in the future will be similar to the ones that you've been through in the past, and that takes away from you because something really good could come in for you. Something very beautiful could come in for you, and then you would reject that straight away because what has happened to you in the past. It's almost like you take your anger out, you take your energy out, you take your frustration, wherever it is that was pent up inside of you, you take it out on this thing that is good for you, that will come in the future. And the more you allow this energy to fester inside of you, that I am what I am because of my past experiences, the more the energy gets more and more, the more experiences that come in for you, they're gonna harm you. And they're not gonna harm you, they might harm you as well. Actually, they might harm you further and keep you away from your path. But I was gonna say that they're gonna you're gonna miss out on these opportunities because you're not willing to accept that this thing is good for you because of your past experiences. You're like, oh, this is gonna happen again, when it's not gonna be at all. Sometimes situations come in and they look similar to something we've been through in the past, but they're not even close to what they were, but they just look similar. It's happened to me loads of times, honestly. But I'm getting here again. You need to be like the flower. Look here. So this is you. You need to connect to your nature. You're like this little baby. As you're connecting more to your nature, you're going to be more spiritually stronger. I don't know if you can see the baby, but he's got an aura, or she's got an aura around her, and she's really connected to the dog. And the dog for me represents luxury, wealth. And this could be in any sense, but you need to be like these flowers. You need to just realize that you're there. You're just existing. If you're a closed flower, you're not existing. They have no protection around them. They're quite high up. These roses, they're roses. Maybe like if you maybe you should go to like a garden or something. If you've got like a flower garden near you, you should go to the garden and just have a look at them, smell the roses. Oh, that's what you need to do. You need to smell the roses. Life is sweet, but it's just like a change of perspective that you need in this moment. I think definitely going to some sort of flower garden would benefit you greatly. It will help you tap into your purity. It will help you tap into your side that is your shadow self, almost the side of you that's deep inside of you, and it will allow you to balance both of them. It will allow you to be in more pleasure right now. If you're able to do this during the week, you'll be more in pleasure You'll just have more pleasure in life in general. You will be able to balance your lighter and darker sides. I see you feeling like a superhero almost during this process. And this is for your highest good. It's leading you to your path to what you truly desire. You might see 1111 a lot. The more you try to connect to your nature, the more you lead with your heart. The more you lead with your heart, you're going to be seeing 1111. It might be something silly like let me go eat here. I feel like eating this today, and then you're walking to the shop or you're ordering the food or whatever, and you see 1111. It's going to be something like that. As you follow your heart more and more, you're being led. I'm seeing a lot of dogs, so you're connected to. You're meant to be connected to wealth, and you're meant to be connected to luxury. I mean, this is a wolf, but it's a wolf dog. So your outcome for the week. So it looks like you're going to be successfully going through this. You're going to be successfully earning your success. You're going to be victorious within yourself this week. You're not going to allow your mind to stop your heart. I see. Obviously, if your mind stops your heart, this is what's going to happen during this week. If your mind stops your heart from leading the way and your mind tries to take over, it's going to cause you heartbreak. But I see you being victorious over your mind and allowing your heart to lead the way. And you're going to be very enthusiastic about, what's next. You're going to be very balanced within yourself. And then you're going to rest from it. You're going to rest from the strife. This energy, you're going to be recuperating your energy. You're going to be healing yourself just by recuperating, just by chilling out. Just by not being in this energy, you're going to be healing yourself. You're going to be contemplating what's next because, you feel quite tired at this point by being like this. So you do need to recuperate your energy. You might be quite anxious as well. I'm getting a bit of anxiety. You might be feeling a bit anxious because you're not used to being led with your heart, but you're deciding to go ahead with this, and you're going to be victorious over your mind this week. You're going to be able to rest from the strife. You're going to be able to, it's like a level up. When you level up, you need to heal a little bit before you do carry on. It's like you're completing the cycle. You've perfected success. You're gonna be going towards this fairy tale ending. It might not look like what you thought it was looking like, but you are moving towards it. You're gonna start moving towards it this week. I see like spirit pouring into you, healing energy. They're pouring into healing light within your being, and it's illuminating and healing. It's purifying the different aspects within yourself, within your energetic body. And yeah, so whatever this gift is coming in, you're going to have more gifts coming in. The more you flourish, the more you allow yourself to bloom like a flower, the more things are going to come in for you. And you're going to be more connected. Your spiritual and physical is going to be more connected on a deeper level. You're going to have more opportunities in the future. You're going to have more abundance, more wealth, more gifts from the universe as well. You're going to be very connected to Earth, the Earth, Mother Gaia. You're going to be more complete as you traverse through life. You're going to be more you're going to be more true to who you are as opposed to who you're not. You're going to be more whole and less fragmented within your energy, within your mind, within your physical reality. So this is your reading. I'm going to leave it here. If you did like the video, leave me a like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you soon.